Good day, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. I'm Judy O'Byrne, President of Hasmark Publishing International, and on the call with us today is Dave, our Production and IT Director for Hasmark.
Hello.
And we have a special guest today. His name is Tony Douglas, and he's written a book called Discerning the Voice of God. So thank you, Tony, for joining us today.
And thank you for having me, Judy.
It's so wonderful to have you on this call, and I'd actually like to start this conversation by asking you about your book, Discerning the Voice of God. What is the spiritual message that you would like your readers or your listeners to know about the book?
Well, this book is about growing in your relationship with God. And so the book was written to help individuals to understand how God communicates with them right where they are.
Excellent.
That is excellent. So who exactly would you say you wrote the book for?
I wrote the book for, number one, for a person who is seeking a spiritual connection, but I also wrote it for the individual who had some unanswered questions about the voice of God, such as, how does God's voice sound? Where does it come from? Where should I look for it? I also wrote this book for the individual who is really spiritually mature, but they are struggling with what I call a high-risk volatile situation, and they don't know which direction to go. And for the individual who's stuck in a transitional phase, they want to continue to evolve spiritually, but they are being controlled by their five physical senses, and this is what's preventing them from moving forward in faith.
What is the high-risk volatile situation? What is that?
Well, it's a situation where following God costs too much. It's easy to stay where I am personally, but to go out there into the unknown, I may go and get into a situation where my reputation would be ruined because I'm following in an area or a path that's not so common with other people. And so that high risk of losing my reputation can be very devastating, but sometimes most people don't follow God and they follow the crowd, and then they stay comfortable where they are, and they never really stretch. They never really go out there in the deep where the big fish are. Right. And the prize is they hang on the shore, and so therefore they get scrapples out of life versus getting the big enjoyable things from life.
That's interesting, and I imagine this happens quite often.
Yes, sir.
In this world, and the way things are going, it's even more likely.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, that's very interesting. Yeah.
Absolutely. So,
which do you have a favorite chapter in the book that really highlights the theme or the spiritual essence of the book?
Well, one of the things that actually stand out to me was a principle that God taught me many years ago, and it's called the let go principle. And the principle says, whatever you let go of will let go of you. And whatever you hold on to will hold on to you. So what generally happens is as human beings, we hold on to stuff. It's hard for us to let things go. See, we need to let go of past disappointments and past failures. We need to let go of what people have said about us that hurt us and the things that they've done to us. We just need to make sure that we let go of everything that will hinder us from moving forward in life.
Wow, I get that. Yeah.
Yeah, let go of things that don't serve us. And that isn't so easy.
Yeah, we think we need to hang on to things.
We do. I think I love that that's there. That just draws me right into your book right away, because we all live this.
Yes.
Unfortunately, it starts very young in our lives.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's an exceptional principle. It's an exceptional idea. So thank you for that. So I guess that would lead me into, what is the greatest lesson your readers would garner from reading your book?
I think the greatest lesson from the book would be how easy it is to know God's voice. We don't have to be confused about when God is talking and when he's not. The book, the content in the book is very simple to follow, and you will know right off the bat when God is talking to me, when he's not. So it alleviates the doubt, the confusion, and the frustration, because many Christians are confused about who's talking to me. Is it me, God? Is it the devil? Who is it? What is it? You know, is it the voice of reasoning? Is it my emotions? What is it? But this book lays it out plainly when God is talking and when he's not.
That sounds so inspirational, because we all get those thoughts. We all hear those voices, if you will.
We do.
And who is your big inspiration?
Wow.
Where does that come from?
Yeah, sure. I have several authors that I actually listen to, or books that I read, but the main four of them is, of course, Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich.
Yeah.
You have Dennis Kimbrough, Think and Grow Rich, The Black Choice, and How the Great Become Great. And then, of course, you can't forget about Dr. Murphy, The Power of the Subconscious Mind. And right now, I am really connected with Neville Goddard, Feeling is the Secret. So those are really inspirational books that I stay connected to, and I keep going back to them over and over and over and over again.
Wow, that is awesome.
And those are exceptional books too. I mean, what great leaders to offer others.
And there are so many ideas, and there's so many incredible there's so much good content in all of those writers.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm sure if you've packed that kind of thinking and those kinds of ideas into your book, I wonder what is the big takeaway that you would like your audience to get? The people watching this video, but the people reading your book, what is the big takeaway?
I want them to actually be able to take away how God really speaks. You see, he speaks to us by peace and an inner knowing.
Yeah.
God is in that. God is actually trying to lead you into a certain direction. It has to be peace, and it has to be an inner knowing. And that's what I want my readers to walk away with.
I love it.
Yeah,
Wow.
me too.
Wow, that is so heart-centered too, though.
It is. Today has been incredible. This conversation has been wonderful, and you're leaving a lot of good, inspiring ideas, thoughts to people, which I love. But I just thought, before we wrap up, is there a final message you want to say, share?
Be quick to let things go. Just be quick to let things go, because if you don't, these things that we hold on to will stifle our progress, will hinder our progress. It doesn't matter what you're trying to do. These things just weight you down. They keep you locked up in a self-imposed prison. We are the one that assign feelings to words. The one that's delivering words don't. We assign the feelings, and those feelings are attached to us. We got to let those feelings go so that we can remain free to do exactly what either God has instructed us to do, or to pursue our goals in life.
Wow. Wow.
You're incredible. What beautiful messages.
Tony, it's
talking on and
awesome.
on with you.
Awesome talking to you. Yes, I wish we had more time. But before we go, I do want to ask if we could talk about where readers can get a hold of you or get in contact with you and your book and find you. Sure.
The readers can find my book at Amazon.com, or they can go to my website at tddouglas.com. I'm also on Facebook at Tony Douglas, at Discerning the Voice of God. And I'm also on Instagram, #Tony Douglas Author. If you want to contact me personally by email, you can reach me at God's Voice at tddouglas.com.
Wow.
Very good.
Thank you so much, Tony. Today has been incredible, and I'm sure the readers got such great value out of
Yeah,
your message.
yeah.
So we can't wait to hold your book in our hands.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate this opportunity from both of you, Judy and Dave. Thank you again, and have a great and prosperous day.
Thanks.